Blessings, salutations, happy Friday, wonderful, beautiful Pisces and across watchers who love you. I'm Sunny and it's a general collective read. Happy Friday the 17th. If this happened to be a read for you, I know we easing into your season, so we're going to see what comes through for you. Just happy you're here. I'm hoping and praying this read is helpful. With free will, do what you feel that's best for you with this insight that you're about to get, if this is for you. Alrighties. Through the grace of the Most High, through our angel ancestors and spirit guides, please allow me to see with clarity for the highest good for our wonderful, beautiful Pisces. Amen. I am recording off my phone. I have another device, but we'll try it later on. We'll try it because my storage was giving me technical difficulties. But either way, we're going to get this read for you, Pisces. When I get interruptions in the read, I think it's really important. I used to blame it on the sirens, but that's too many sirens. And maybe these reads are too important. But either way, let's see for Pisces. Highest good message for the highest good for Pisces that they need to know. Love, career, happiness, all the above, right? Let's see for Pisces. Okay. Maybe a Leo. Aquarius. Here you go, Cancer, Pisces. There's a challenge of it, and you go back and forth for some of you. It's Ten of Swords. It's here. And it lets me know, because I was like, oh, gee, this is looking a little melancholy, you know, for some. But it ends pretty well. You know, it shows that somebody had, in the past, wanted to restart, redo, reclaim something. Part of my hood cup. This coffee right here, when you don't make your own, it's so good. Okay. Now, some of you, in the process of trying to do things over, it was like, OMG, this is boring. Like, I ain't even signed up for this. And I think part of that boring energy was because the process of adjusting wasn't fun. And even down to seeing certain things that you once let slide, now is like, it's not something you can unsee anymore, something you can ignore. You're seeing, for some of you, Pisces, that you're gaining the strength to, like, getting this energy, like, love conquers all. I can make things happen out of this stress, you know, as long as I do all the things that's in line for me to see the big picture, taming my anger, ego, not letting those around me affect me as they did before. That type of energy I'm seeing. But it's showing that's new for you. For some of you, like, whew, trying to, you know, tact and diplomacy, baby steps, but you feel inspired to do so. And that process, it seems to people around you that you are distant, literally figuratively, emotionally. You're just not as accessible as you used to be. And I think for some, you stepped into this place of really seeing your wish fulfillment, your happiness, and you want to keep it to yourself. I think you want to keep this on the hush hush because it's looking like for you, from what you know on how you move in certain situations around certain people, the results is going to give you more resistance, more stress, more complications going along what you're trying to do here. Yeah. I see that you're very much aware that the people, when they feel in fear, whether it be you, a reaction comes out that it is pretty beastie. You had to take the gulp. Clarification on strength, please, for Pisces. Clarification. Okay. You got the chakra, third eye. I see. That's what I'm feeling with the moon. And intelligent, diligent. I think these things is coming into play. Yeah. Because it's also showing, okay, if it's a marriage involved, I was feeling Taurus energy with that dry as a desert. And no offense, Taurus, because it's an earth card altogether. It's that you're at the top of the list. Then comes Capricorn and Virgo. But that's an earthy card. It's like sometimes when you be so stuck in a schedule or a way of thinking, it becomes boring. Okay, so what I see here with the strength, the third eye, see that this storm is coming, and I think the way it's handled is beautifully. Like, it's like you don't even look like you done went through it. That type of energy. Okay, because guess what? It shows even with you, for some of you, you're not recognizable when you're stressed. Like, it's like this weird when worried, but it has different levels on the spectrum here. It could come to a nervous giggle. It could come to somebody get defensive and want to fight. And then it gets to the level to where it becomes kamikaze style. Or it comes to the level where somebody just upgrades and shines on. It's just that type of thing. So anything can happen when it comes up to the fact that the strength that you're using to come up out of this chaos that you feel is this union. It may not be just a marriage. It could be children adjusting. Puberty is a son of a bench. Let's just put that out there. Okay? It made me take a sip of coffee. Now, clarification on the star, Aquarius energy. Clarification. Routine check. Now, let's see what your wish fulfillment. Make sure everything is in check for what you're about to be blessed with. You know, the worst case scenario is that you got the winning lottery ticket on the same day that is the worst news ever. You know, as far as a major loss, a health scare, or a lotto ticket, let's say, is $50,000. And after taxes, you be getting like, I don't know, 32, I don't know. I'm not good with math. However, once you do the pipes bust on the house or septic tank, I'm not wishing this. I'm saying be sure that what you're preparing for has all the preparation in play. Meaning, if you know you work into things and building the savings, do the maintenance checks on everything that you already invested in. Okay? Because what I do see, there is some reindeer games in play. And when I see them reindeer games in play, somebody is going to be in their bag that you're moving on and doing certain things. So make sure your ring light is on too. So you could keep in mind if somebody is trying to cost you an extra coin by affecting what you invest in. These are all worst case scenarios. But when you're shining and you're a star and you're doing your wishes fulfilled, those who And that moon energy around you and those that you have put distance in is showing with your intelligence and diligence is to prepare for all case scenarios, not to be standing by the window like Malcolm X. I'm not saying it. Shout out to this Black History Miss. But what I'm saying is that with this Wheel of Fortune here, that things is going well for you. Well for you. I'm not going to go into all these cards, but somebody who really was into you, thought there was going to be a whole future here, is feeling a way that you're using your time from what you learned to elevate and not constantly play the same argument over and over again or the same complaints. It's like, okay, we're going to do something about it. OMG, you're glowing. Pisces. If you feel like, oh, I'm not glowing yet, it's because this chapter didn't hit you yet. You might still be in different parts of this read, or this may not even be your story as of yet. But if you feel it, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, because the Queen of Cups is here. Oh my goodness, your fiance is paid. The world is opening up. It's just better things happening. It just shows. I'm just going to leave that there and get to another deck to see about past love and new love, so you can maybe be a little clear on what's going on here. Okay, let's talk about the past love, current, whatever's going on in the energy of our wonderful Pisces. Please show me what I need to see. What's going on with the sweet for Pisces? Trying to work. I think because it may be a pregnancy, a child, mother influencing, but I feel like the person involved feel very like open and free to the fact that they are a family, like they built something. It's a children involved. Children is watching to see how things is done. I think they're playing on it. Like the kids looking, what about the kids? Or your mother said that we should try this. Or my mother said maybe if we, that type of energy. And it's, again, making this King of Cups in reverse, like, with the High Priestess in reverse, Cancer, Pisces. This is your read. This is where you're sitting here with the moon peaking. People are acting clannish, acting like as if, you know, it's an obligation because of a bloodline, last name, years that you known someone. But it's just like, who stays the same? Let's see, intentions. Because even when I was asking about this person and the intentions, just looked like they wasn't stable. You know, Six of Cups was flipped. What's the intentions? Four Wands in reverse. Come on. Anytime I look at the Four Wands in reverse, it looks like they're not even intending to roll up their sleeves and get the work clean to build this foundation properly. It's like they're just looking like, well, I take care of the kids, or I'm pregnant. Not saying I'm pregnant could be high risk, so I'm not going in. I'm just saying it's like they're showcasing transparently how limited they feel because they doing one specific beautiful thing, but it's still other things necessary to keep that beautiful thing in a safe place, a foundation, secured, cared for. Advice and outcome. See the Fool in reverse. Could be an Aries. It may be a baby on the way. I do see that there's a lot of feelings as if there's a lot invested. They've showed some growth, some possibilities, but then it goes back and forth with you. Like at one point you feel like, hell yeah, then it goes, hell no. And then you look, honestly, like this is really something that you want to do, because it's not looking as if you're not sure about what's happening if you're single. You're not sure. You're not sure what's going to happen to them if you're detached from them. You just... It's like a very guarded and protective of someone that is... I'm just going to say entitled. Requiring the Eight of Cups. And I'll leave it there. Not to be abandoned. It's just like... It needs to get together. Two of Cups needs to be addressed later on. Okay, let's talk about the new person. New person, Pisces. New love, new love. For Pisces, please. Not sure I was looking at these cards. Like, should I put these cards back in? But there's other ways to define it. Okay, what I see is your person is no longer trying to hear about this. It's like, as far as if they was trying to get some interest back and digest the shenanigans of what you explained, or walking into the connection that she's or he's seen, it's like, okay, let me let that go and work on the things that is keeping me in a good place. You know what? See that? Like, I have to do what's right, what's fair, what's good, what's just. Yeah. Let's see what else for this person here. New love. New love for Pisces. Pisces. Ay, Dios mío. See heavy Gemini. And I see Virgo. But I see that they realize they've been left out in the cold in regards to you always heading in that direction or another direction that suits you. Even if it came down to certain things you have to do for yourself as far as your routine check, I think that would be understood as being a part of something that you need to do. But when that's not being handled, and all you address is this thing that I'm looking at, this Two of Wands facing, all the shenanigans, you know, addressing stuff that is a mess instead of focusing on things that has progress. What's the advice and outcome with this connection, this new connection with Pisces? Okay, it's going to be, I see some argument here because the person's saying they're not going in. They're like, this is too messy for me. OMG, no thank you. Yeah, because I think them avoiding that mess is helping you. Because some of you are not even mindful of what can happen back there if it's still going back and forth in it. But the Nine of Pentacles is very much inquisitive. Like, if I was single and able to mingle, I would want to mingle over there. Yeah, they go to Temperance in time. They're like, OMG, if this is the right time, that's where I would be. But, Price and outcome. Yeah, it's Knight of Swords in reverse. Nothing happening, love. Yeah, it looks as if the other person is like, Copy. I got the message and it's understood. Okay. Let's get advice and outcome here. Advice and outcome. Advice and outcome, please. Pisces. Go ahead, Pisces. So the Tower's in reverse, Aries, Scorpio. I see you making a move because you do see that your wish fulfillment has slipped out your hands and you're trying to see if it's possible, if it could be retrieved. Aquarius is here. Yeah, you just don't feel happy. You don't like the way it's went since that incident that I see. Yeah, deception, dishonesty. And somebody's trying to fix this. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. It just looks like you realize when you juggled something, it felt like something wasn't said and the loss was really big. And that's not what you was trying to do. You were trying to adjust it in a certain way. It just kind of didn't move like that. The Tower in reverse for Pisces, please. Tower in reverse, Six of Cups. Yeah, somebody was really trying to do the best thing on something that happened in the past. There was still feelings involved, but it still was trying to go about it in a different way so it wouldn't do another thing that just shocked and broke you down again. And it was like, okay, I'm taking a step to go towards something that I felt like it was my wish fulfillment, but I let it go. And now you're trying to see if possibly it could be. What's the Star in reverse? Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah. It shows that there was somebody very argumentative, manipulative, and it was like a huge heartbreak. And it looks as if somebody was really trying to make amends, even when the other person had several other options. And now it looks like, okay, I'm trying to get things back. I'm not happy about that, but it's also looking like somebody's still being super deceptive. I think they're trying, their intentions is to disarm the person who has all these options and is not giving. See, the Queen of Swords is in reverse here, Pisces. It's looking like somebody is self-serving, which is going to wind up self-sabotaging because the intent somebody's trying to do is like destroy, decapitate, in a metaphor, except like just like, oh, I'm just going to just cut it out, destroy, like heads is going to roll. But in the process, it's like that's not really what you want or what they really need, because it's just giving off an energy of who's going to want to work with that type of person who moves this way, especially with the people that they're close to. It's showing integrity. It's showing a lot. Pisces, look at this. Look, right there. I'm looking because it was showing after I said that whole spew, because I was looking through the cards. I was like, what was behind that King of Pentacles in reverse? And it was this Hangman in reverse. Like, yeah, this is the position I'm standing in. And it may surprise a few. Yeah, people may not like it. But I see that you're just choosing to let things in. You're no longer investing in things. It's like you just, for some, gave up on this whole thing of just trying to do the right thing to build. And I see what the advice and outcome is basically saying to definitely think things through. Because if you truly recover from the disappointment and the pain, you'll feel so much better instead of sweeping it under the rug, making it a heap that you keep tripping over, metaphorically, literally, however you see it. Much love and light. I hope this read helped. Yes, I was getting closer because I wanted you to